Suarez says words can't do Messi justice. Fine, but Casemiro is 2 words, and they're going to need a cap sheet. If you're just joining, Miami's summer has been less fantasy reunion and more MLS machinery. Paredes is pointing toward Boca. World Cup payouts help ownership more than the cap, and Messi's extension through 2028 gives the front office runway to ease off the Suarez, Alba, Busquets core, while it still figures out where Rodrigo de Paul actually fits.
Inter Miami Daily. Suarez calling Messi happy at the World Cup. And underneath that glow, 2 marquee names Miami can't both afford. Casemiro first.
Here's Moataz El Gamal at Goal.com.
Luis Suárez has lauded Lionel Messi following his record-breaking exploits for Argentina at the 2026 World Cup. The Inter-Miami striker expressed his joy at seeing his close friend perform at the highest level after Messi became the outright top scorer in World Cup history.
Suarez calling Messi happy. That's the word I keep circling. 18 World Cup goals, 2 clear of closer, and his best friend's read on him is just happy.
And for once, a tribute gives us something we can use. A club teammate watching Messi up close on a World Cup training pitch is about as close to a primary source as Miami fans get on his condition, because the official line hasn't budged. His Miami status still goes back to that May 24th Philadelphia blank. Suarez sees happy and sharp. The player page gives you nothing.
Right, and that's the part I can't fully relax about. He's listed unavailable for us, lighting up Group J for them. Happy is reassuring on the pitch, but does it settle anything about the split commitment when he comes back?
Okay, so if this Casemiro move is actually happening, I have to ask, is Miami solving a real tactical problem here? Or is this just another marquee name to sell jerseys after the World Cup?
Yeah, fair challenge. But the tactical case is pretty concrete. Per a Yahoo Sports breakdown, Miami identified Casemiro as their primary target specifically to restore balance in midfield after Sergio Busquets departed. Without a true holding midfielder, Rodrigo de Paul has reportedly been forced deeper, and that isn't really his natural game. Casemiro is 34, and per ESPN, he'll be a free agent when his Manchester United contract expires June 30th, so there's no transfer fee. That softens at least one part of the equation. Messi reportedly made personal contact to invite him, which, honestly, is its own recruiting department. And Fabrizio Romano has said Miami have been working this deal since March. The complication is real, though. Per Sports Illustrated, Miami currently don't have a designated player slot open, and they don't have enough targeted allocation money to slot him in cleanly. So they're looking at roster surgery to make the numbers work. Then there's the LA Galaxy discovery rights wrinkle. Yahoo Sports reports LA hold priority negotiating rights under MLS regulations, meaning Miami can't just bypass league mechanics even if Casemiro wants South Florida.
So if Miami has to gut part of the roster to fit him under the cap, does the defensive upgrade actually survive the surgery? Or do you end up weakening the squad depth around him?
That's the tell when the secondary transfer window opens on July 13th. Who moves out alongside any Casemiro announcement? Those departures will show whether Miami is building the squad around him or whether the prestige signing eats into depth. Per Romano via Sports Illustrated, Miami beat out MLS and Saudi Pro League interest to get the agreement done, so the club clearly wants this. But the cap math and the Galaxy rights situation mean it isn't over the line yet. Watch for any roster moves in the run-up to that window. From Pitchside US.
Kylian Mbappe confirmed during his 2026 World Cup media availability that David Beckham has repeatedly discussed an MLS move with him, revealing the Inter Miami owner's recruitment strategy extends beyond immediate targets to future World Cup stars.
Mbappe said it himself in Philadelphia. David talks to me about it many times. So Beckham's recruitment pitch is on the record now, straight from the player's own World Cup press conference.
He's not even subtle about it. Messi in 2023, a year after Qatar. Same World Cup to Miami playbook. And now he's trying it with a 27-year-old still under Real Madrid contract.
Right. And that's the line I want to hold. The Mbappe stuff is Beckham's showmanship, a sales pitch more than an actual roster need.
And there's the collision with the Casemiro chatter we've been getting into. Miami can't bankroll both off this tournament. A defensive midfielder actually plugs the Busquets hole. A global name sells the next era.
One of those solves a problem. The other one sells tickets. The cap math doesn't care which is sexier. DP slots, GAM, and TAM cushions, there's a ceiling. And stacking Mbappe's wages on top of a Casemiro signing is fantasy.
And we just heard Suarez call Messi happy out there. Beckham clearly likes recruiting stars mid-tournament. But happy at a World Cup and signable for Miami are two very different ledgers.
If Inter Miami Daily is part of your routine, take a second to subscribe and leave a review wherever you're listening. It really helps other fans find the show, and it helps us keep bringing you the latest every day. What we're watching next. The MLS secondary transfer window opens July 13, and that's the key checkpoint for any Casemiro move. Along with the outgoing roster work, Inter Miami would need to make room. As always, links to every story we touched on today are in the show notes, so you can dig into whichever one's caught your ear. That's Inter Miami Daily Podcast for today. This is a Lantern podcast.